Good morning YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Inko. Hope you guys are doing well and smashing out your goals. Today we're just doing a chill Q&A with my coach Croydon, aka
CDPT Coaching.
Yes, so give him a follow. I'll pop up his stuff on the screen. But yeah, I popped up a questionnaire on my Instagram stories and we're just going to be going through them today. Currently, 5 weeks and 5 days out, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
From first rookie show, so pretty insane. I was told I was getting off pre-workout on Sunday, but then after some evaluations, we've changed up the plan a bit and it's got me back on. It's really happy because I've been pretty low energy lately. But yeah, let's get into the question. First question is, what was the reasoning for taking me off pre-workout in the first place? Someone goes reasoning for no pre-workout, pump re-ceiling. So what was like the logic behind it?
Yeah, so basically like you want to control as many variables and have as little variables as possible when you're going into prep week or like just like close to the end of the week. We were still supplementing caffeine. We just didn't want to have, I guess, any unknown or any substances that come up on a test if, you know, Chris wins the show, which we're hoping to win the show anyways. You don't want any substances that you don't know might be in pre-workout, because a lot of times there's a lot of cases in which, you know, athletes take pre-workout, say 1, 2, or on the day of the show, and then if they get tested, it somehow comes up as something in the test. So you don't want to control, you don't want to have that affecting you on show day or peak week. However, we are sticking to just one pre-workout, which is low in the amount of ingredients it has, just beta-alanine, caffeine, and a couple other substances that I know won't come up. So we're sticking to that one. So hopefully it shows good results.
So speaking about peak week, someone asked, what is your peak week going to look like? How long has your prep been?
It's you.
I'm not sure about how my peak week's going to look like because we're not there, but we've been prepping for a while. Maybe not like prepping, but like track. My streak on MyFitnessPal is 243 days. And then on my check-ins, I think we are up to week 32. So for 32 weeks, I've been tracking. So that was from the start of my bulk all the way like to now. And then how long have you been cutting for?
About 20 weeks.
20 weeks. So yeah, it's been a long journey, and I think it's just been extra helpful that I've been doing it for longer, because we're talking about how I probably wouldn't be able to get through a prep like starting 12 weeks out, because it's talking about like all the discrepancies and stuff like that and inaccuracies that we might get, like especially when you start a prep. It's so hard to get into the routine, but now that I'm in it, once I was already 12 weeks out, I was already locked into my diet and I wasn't changing anything about it. So I think that's really helped, and props to coach for putting me on so early. Someone asked how many exercise per muscle group, bulk and cut, 2 per muscle group, question mark.
Well, depends on time, depends on, you know, how many times you're going to work out as well. Frequency is a massive part of that. I would recommend maybe, I guess, 10 to 15, 16 sets per muscle group. If there's an exercise you really enjoy, or there's an exercise that, you know, you really feel in the targeted muscle group, it doesn't matter, you know, that you have to just do 3 sets of that. You can do, you know, up to 5 sets of that. It doesn't matter, as long as you're having good contraction and you're actually enjoying the exercise you do. It doesn't matter about, you know, just 2 sets or just 2 exercises per muscle group. You can do as many as you want. I would stick to, you know, 10 to 15, 16 sets per muscle group there. Someone
asked, is it hard to constantly track calories? That sort of relates back to preparing for prep, really. It's like just getting used to putting the calories in. It's not as hard as people think it is, and you get used to it so quickly. The hardest part is probably just like sticking on track to the amounts that you do. But then, as Croydon says, sometimes like once you do it for long enough, you don't always need to be measuring to the exact thing, especially if you're not on prep. Like you can just eyeball it and look at it, but I like to be exact on everything. Even till now, I still use my scales. Overall, it's not that hard, to be honest, to track calories, especially if you're not even tracking the weight of it. Like calories itself is so easy to track. Just use MyFitnessPal, hella easy. I think I just want to add to that quickly. In terms of, you know, counting macros and counting calories as well, you just want to make things as easy as possible, right? And that's why a lot of people preach prepping your meals. If you're consistently, you know, taking out your scale, then weighing your food, then putting it on your plate, and then eating it, right? It makes it so much harder. But if you know, set aside a couple meals, like, oh, I'm going to track, you know, at least 3 meals of my day, and I'm going to prep these on like a Sunday. So you weigh out everything, you put them in the boxes, you've already tracked it, right? Now you just have to eat it. But if you're making things difficult and being like, oh, I have to track it every single time,
before I eat it, you're making more tasks for yourself. Does that make sense?
Facts. Someone goes, how long have you been training for? So for me, I've been training like properly end of, was it when was the first lockdown? 2019? No, 2020. So the end of November, I have a video on it. It's like first day going back to the gym, and that's when I properly like got into it because I was training in lockdown. Because I was playing football before then, and obviously you can't play footy. You couldn't play footy in COVID. So I got into the gym, heaps into self-improvement and stuff, and yeah, just locked in from there. And then Croydon saw some potential in me in a couple months in. He asked me if I would like to have a chance to compete, and I'm like, why not? It's a great experience. So it's about a bit over a year in like 2 months, so it's pretty crazy the progress I've seen in that short amount of time. How about you?
I've been training for, I don't know, 6 years, 7 years, I'd say. Again, like during the start of my training, I guess, journey, didn't have many mentors, didn't have much guidance of what to do and how to get there, so it's hard to count those years because I was inconsistent, but yeah, on and off, 6, 7 years.
7 years, still small, man.
Still tiny, Jake.
Lessons learned from this prep, so I guess that's for me. So many lessons, dude. Like, I don't even know where to begin.
Always tell your coach everything.
Yeah, exactly. Always letting coach know like everything that goes into my body and like how I'm feeling all the time. It's important to have that relationship, I guess, with your coach, just so he or she knows how to adjust your plans and your attack on things.
You know your body best.
The importance of sleep, man. Like, sleep is so damn important. Whether you're training hard for a prep or not, like sleep in general is so underrated, I reckon. Like, people just don't know the importance of a good night's sleep and how it affects us mentally and both physically.
The recovery as well.
Exactly. Also learn how important the food going into your body is. Literally, most bodybuilding thing is, the most fun part is the training itself. Like, the hardest part is definitely the diet and sticking to it. And with me working at KFC and being on prep, to be honest, like personally, I reckon that's put me to a whole nother level of discipline, because like I could just go and eat one chip, no one's gonna know. But like, I'll know deep down that I've been eating like that chip and shit,
Even clearing up your skin.
Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that. Like, I didn't even know before I was like how much dairy I was having. Probably like nearly a liter of milk a day, because I would have it with cereal, then my protein shakes, and then other dairy product. And my acne used to be so bad on my face, on my back. I remember he told me when we were like 12 weeks out.
I think 16 weeks out.
Yeah, he was like, dude, you gotta clear up your skin and stuff. Ever since I stopped drinking milk and it was out of my plan, my skin's been clear. So I think I'm just gonna stay off milk for a while, especially after comp. I don't want to go like hard back into milk and my skin and my acne is just gonna be all cooked. But there's heaps of lessons learned, and just the mentality, dude. Like, some days I'll be feeling so drained, and physically and mentally. But like, at the end of the day, you just gotta look at that final goal and picture yourself there, and it's gonna be worth it. And even if we don't get the result we wanted, as long as we put in the work best that we can and bring the best package that we can bring, like, you can't control any other variables, which is what I want to achieve. And just like C-Bum said in his video, I think before his last Olympia, is like, he knows that he put in the hardest that he could with his diet, with his training, and that's what I want to do. As long as I put in my personal best and then I bring the best package that I can bring, like, what else can you do? Someone might come in, look insane, look like C-Bum. I can't do nothing about that. Opinions on gear in terms of risk, age, and context of usage. So that could be you, because I don't know much about steroids and like gear and stuff. What do you think of that? What's your opinion on taking it? Would you ever take it or something?
It's definitely personal choice. It's like, what's your goal for doing it? Is it because you want a quick result? Because I would say no to that, right? If you want to be on the stage and you want to be like, a professional bodybuilder, I'd say, yeah, like that's obviously an avenue to go down, get there, right? And you're not going to get there natural, because that's where all the big competitions are. All untested. In terms of whether you should take it, how old should you be, I would say get yourself a coach or a doctor. Usually a doctor is better. Again, there's a saying, if your coach is the one supplying you the steroids, he's not your coach, he's your drug dealer. So definitely get a coach that is educated in PEDs. They're going to help you immensely. If you're just going to go do it on your own, I would highly recommend starting at very, very, very low dosages and control that first, see how it goes. Again, I wouldn't even recommend doing it alone. Get a coach, who's educated. Ask them questions all day, every day, so that you know that you're in safe hands.
Yeah, I think your blood's done and stuff like that.
Yeah. Obviously, once you start getting into more details, you'd have to get like blood work done like every 3 months.
So that's it, lads. It's jumping on gear next year. Best way to accurately calculate your calories. Depends. Can't you use that app? What's that?
Yeah, maybe you
Macro
say how you
calculator.
calculate your calories and then...
So I use MyFitnessPal to track all my calories. I save, right now I've got saved meals because like he said, I'm eating the same thing every single day for every single meal. So it's easier for me to just put in a meal and then I just type up my meal and then just add it because I've already prepared my meals for a few days ahead and it's just way easier for me to calculate. But in terms of calculating your maintenance, I'm pretty sure there's a maintenance calculator.
So the two ways you guys accurately calculate your calories would be one, going into a formula and obviously finding that formula online, or just putting in your body stats and it will tell you your estimated maintenance, estimated fat loss, estimated muscle gain. The other way is a bit of a longer way, but definitely way more accurate, and it would be to track your food, right? Don't change anything on your schedule or your day, right? Just eat whatever you do normally and then track that in MyFitnessPal and then see how many calories you consume on a daily basis and weigh yourself every morning or consistently and see if you gain, lose or maintain weight. If you maintain weight, these are your maintenance calories. If you're losing weight, I would say bump up your calories by 100 or 200 and then track again and then see if you're maintaining, losing or gaining and go through this process. It should take about a month, but you will come out with way better accuracy in how many calories you need to maintain body weight. From there, you can obviously minus or plus your calories to see if you want to gain or lose weight.
And the thing I was talking about was calorie calculator, .net, and you just put in all your details and stuff like that, and it'll come up. The next question is, why did your coach drop the cal so low?
The calories didn't start low, they slowly reduced over time, and these are obviously the calories that Chris requires in order to lose body fat. Everyone's calories that they use to lose body fat will be different. This is the lowest that we're going to go until show day. It's just the optimal level for Chris to lose body fat.
I remember starting, what did we even start at? Like 3,000. I remember we started, because my bulking was like 3,400, sometimes even 4K.
Yeah.
And I started, I think we cut down to 3,000. And I was like chugging. I remember, bro. I remember struggling at 3K, bro. I was like, this is actually hard.
Yeah, but you
now
get used to it,
700. Yeah, exactly. My body's so used to 1,700 now. It's like on my refeed days, like I feel so full and I love it. Dream place to live right now. Honestly, I don't even know. Like I'm loving Australia, despite all the restrictions and stuff going around. But I feel like our country is dealing with it okay. I'm just happy that the gyms are still open, man. Like everyone's basically double vaxxed, so as long as gyms stay open, I'll be happy. Someone asked thoughts on taking gear in the future. Look, honestly, I don't even know because like, obviously I want to look sick, but also I haven't even reached my genetic potential yet, like at all. As I said, I've been training for like a year and like 3 months hard. And that's nowhere near. People train for like 7+ years, 10+ years, and they haven't even reached their genetic potential. So it's like, what's even the point unless I want to get there faster, I guess. But I'll just see where I'm at. Like he said, just got to be very cautious on like the information you take from the people around you. Got to make sure they know what they're talking about, not just some random on the internet talking about Psalms and stuff. See all these people taking Psalms on the internet. No good for you, man. Actually, talking about that, what are your thoughts on Turk? Because I remember I sent him some because everyone's been, I think from Real Mind that started and they came over here to Elite Subs. So what are your thoughts on Turk and do you think it works or not? Yeah. So he literally a client asking him thoughts on Turk because I sent him the same thing. I'm like, what are your thoughts on this? It's coming new to the market. I'm pretty sure it came like a couple months ago. A couple people have been promoting it. So what even is Turk and like, is there actually any benefits to it?
I think what you need to know when new supplements hit the market is what's the research behind it, right? So with creatine, there's obviously more than 1,000 articles backing up creatine, right? So how many articles back up testosterone, right? That's how you pronounce it?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Whatever, I can't pronounce the full word. Either way, what science backs it up, right? However, for the time being, there's not enough research to say that there is a definite increase in testosterone and strength and anabolism. So no point wasting your money, right? When new research comes in, or when it's backed up more by science, I would say, yeah, go for it. Like, obviously, if it's going to be a natural booster, then why not take it? Do you know what I mean? However, for the time being, the results indicate otherwise. There's only a few studies done on it. Again, like, you need to rate the efficacy of something before you just use it.
So is it natural?
Yeah, I haven't, looked into it massively, just because it's still so new, and I'm not going to recommend something that I'm not going to look into. If things are working, why change things, right?
Yeah, fact.
If nothing's broken, why change it?
Facts.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think a good person to actually go to on this topic is Dr. Lane Norton, or BioLane. I think he covers this topic really well, and I'm obviously not going to cover it as in depth as he will, but as soon as if you watch this video, you'll definitely get a better understanding.
Some wise words from a wise man. On to the next question. Someone goes, surely you'll combine your love for fashion and fitness to create some gym wear. Oh, that's one of my plans this year, to do a gym wear collection. So I'm looking at transitioning my brand from a streetwear brand into a lifestyle brand, and then having every drop in all seasons. Part of it is lifestyle, and then part of it will be fitness. Because obviously fitness is a big part of my life, and it's also a big part of the brand's message. It's just always grinding towards your goals and dreams all seasons. And yeah, a lot of people demonstrate that. Everyone has been loving these shorts, and then the t-shirts as well. Been crazy support lately. But yeah, that's something definitely I want to move into this year, which will be fun. Off-season plans and goals. So for me, off-season, I've been craving so many foods, but I gotta try and control myself for, what's it called?
A reverse diet.
A reverse diet. Like, I think for me, I'm gonna struggle to get into a reverse diet, but he said that, and I'm pretty sure everyone says that's what the thing to building muscle is, getting back into a bulk, because I want to bulk up and then cut down again for my 21st, just to look lean. Like, obviously not this lean, stay dirty lean, but probably maintain, what do you reckon maintain weight? Like 87?
High 80s, yeah.
Yeah, high 80s. I reckon that'd be a good weight to maintain as well. I don't want to get too chubby as well. My peak was 96.9 kilos, and I was pretty fluffy then. So yeah, I just probably want to maintain for the rest of the year after the comp. And then maybe compete again next year. Or some goals, maybe some new PRs, man. I haven't deadlifted, benched, or like squatted heavy in a while, because obviously I've been weak, and that's not my focus. Going into a physique and fitness category. But yeah, I might low-key go into like a powerlifting arc, just for a bit, see where I'm at, because like being aesthetic and then being strong as well, like that's the best combination. I feel like being too strong and not looking good, that's not where I want to do personally. I mean, you can do that if you want. Being both aesthetic and strong is probably the best combo, I reckon. What about you? What's your plans? I know that this man is planning some big things this year.
As soon as you finish your comp, I'm going into my own prep for season B, which is later in the year, around September. So I'll be prepping for that, and then yeah, we'll see how that goes.
So once I'm finished, when do you go into prep?
May.
He's gonna be in some of my food videos as well. The food content is gonna come on this channel once I get off my bulk. It's gonna be crazy. I swear, it's gonna be mad. But yeah, that's about it. Anything else you wanted to say in the question? Questionnaire. I actually got to check if there's any.
I just want to say, like, don't mix up comp prep with just losing weight. Comp prep it's on a different level, and obviously different path as well. Like the accuracy and obviously the variables that are in comp prep, you don't really need just to lose weight, right? Or fat, right? But when you want to take it to extreme levels, that's when, everything that has to be down to the T. So if you're just trying to lose some weight, trying to lose some fat, don't think that you need to do everything so strictly, right? It's a much easier journey. Obviously it's hard. Comp prep is just a different thing. It's like comparing different sports to each other. That's
and I think definitely, like, when people think of losing weight, it's like they think it's so strict, but it can be so flexible. And once you find those like recipes, it doesn't even have to be anabolic. You can find recipes that you enjoy, and it's not even that bad for you, And it's like, at the end of the day, is it healthy to maintain a bodybuilding lifestyle like all the time? Personally, I don't think so. And then I'm pretty sure Steve said this in one of his videos as well, like, it's not normal to be living like that 24/7, you know? It's very strict, and that's why it's different, obviously, because he's on a different level again. That's what he's talking about. There's different levels to this, and bodybuilding, for like a natural show, is just another step there, and it's just so much more things you need to control and be more accurate about, instead of like, if your focus is just losing weight or gaining muscle in the gym, you know? I don't know what else to add to that. Got some big news coming next week. I'll probably be my next video. It'll be a huge announcement, huge life steps in my personal life, which is insane. And like, this year has been an insane start, putting out content. I love doing it, making videos. Being 5 weeks out, like, will be the year where I'm competing in my first show. So yeah, a lot of things happening this year, and it's just the end of January, and so much has happened. And I'm truly blessed to have the people around me and my mentors and my coach, you know, to guide me in the right ways. If you guys enjoyed this, leave a comment, leave a like for the algo, hit that sub button. If you're interested in his coaching, I'll leave his out on the screen and in the bio, so hit him up if you're in Melbourne. One of the best coaches, baby. Hopefully we can take that, trainer award home at the show. So yeah, this will come out when I'm 5 weeks out. Today I weighed in at 77.4, which is insane. Absolutely smashing it. But yeah. That'll be it for almost 20 kilos, crazy. But that'll be it for the Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed. Always remember, be you, stay hungry. Woo.